Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cell Bowl. We have a great season ahead of us this year, and we're so excited to have the field being shown behind us. Aaron, how have you been in this time where we've been in between season 3 and season 4?
I've been great. We've already started training. I've been preparing for this. I've been diffing. Microbiologist. It's a tough gig, but I'm excited to be back on the Cell Bowl field.
Well, thanks for being back for our fourth year together. This is so exciting.
Woo! Round of applause.
Woo. So as you can see behind us, we've got a great new studio. We have the whole stadium all to ourselves. We are diffing back and forth and trying to get out of the way of all these flying cells. We've got red cells and white cells just going all over the place.
That,
Uh,
that's what happens when you're in the Marrow Center. You
that's
got a
right.
cells coming out everywhere.
So we've got so many great things ahead of us this year, and we're excited to share those new these new features with you. So this year, instead of 7 weeks, it's going to be 6 weeks. So we are going to talk a little bit about the changes and how everyone in your community can get involved, and not just be about hematology. This is going to take us throughout the
Hmm.
entire lab. So I'm so excited about this year. Let's go ahead and see where this is going to take us.
Whoa.
All right. I had, okay.
Be on team. Yeah. Because in the lab we're all connected.
Right? All right. So, what is new in Cell Bowl 2024? Well, we've got some great images of how our students have been doing in our new stadium. Yeah. We've got uh, new features, new events. It's going to be amazing. So the Cell Bowl was originally created in my program, but we have brought it to the masses. Aaron and I have teamed up with ASCP to make sure that we've got some great event and great options for students to learn virtually, but yet come together and meet everyone in their community to talk about the lab and its importance in healthcare.
Yeah.
So this is Medical Lab Ladies Guild's creation and presented on my channel. And our gold sponsor is ASCP, and Cellavision is our silver sponsor. All right, so here's what's going to happen this year. Again, this is 6 week long event. That's an NFL style hematology competition, hence the background of our stadium. But we are going to get outside of the lab this year. We are going to get outside of hematology this year too. So while we're using the Cellavision app in order to try to identify 30 cells within a minute, we are going to also have the opportunity to have some voting from the community. So down here, you see that the American Red Cross is one of our most prominent blood drive companies, but there are other ones across the United States as well, which are perfectly fine with donating to our team scores this year too. But it was just
Yep.
easier for me to write just the American Red Cross there because they're nationwide.
So,
So
yeah, if you're in Florida, One Blood, Life South, there's all sorts of others. This, as our coach was telling us about.
yeah, it's there's so many opportunities, and some hospitals even have their own donor centers. I used to work at a hospital that did have their own donor center, and we used to manufacture the blood units there right
Wow.
after they were donated. Laboratorians from the blood banking area of core not core, sorry, of the blood banking area of the hospital lab would go up and do the manufacturing process. We would do the testing of the units to make sure they weren't infectious and that they were good to go into our stock. And then before the patients would be transfused, we would obviously do all the blood banking testing to make sure that they were compatible and safe for the recipient. So we will talk about blood banking a lot these first 3 weeks as well, just to give you that heads up, because there's this whole other bit. So we've got the opportunity for blood drives to donate. Not only are they receiving blood from donors, they can also donate seconds to their favorite team. And I would assume that that would be a local team, their local school. Hopefully they're supporting them, right? So they can use this QR code, and I did give faculty and program directors these already made card templates that they can fill out and give to the donation sites, excuse me, for them to vote. Now, what they need to vote is they need to have collected successfully 30 whole blood units at the drive in order to be able to donate 1 second to their favorite team's time.
Wow.
That I think that's exciting because every time we hold a blood drive, our goal is always 30 units, and we usually make it past that. So I think it's absolutely doable, especially if you're in a larger area. We're pretty rural where I am.
Yeah, it's pretty doable for us. We at our hospital we host multiple blood drives throughout the year, and it's actually our executive assistant for our lab director. She actually runs a lot of them. She's got a passion for those, so for our blood drives.
Well, thank you for all of that work, because the community absolutely needs those resources, because we're always in need of that, because that's our transfusion is the treatment side of the lab, right? And not even just blood products. There are other products that we can give to help someone who is in need of blood. So maybe if a person has an anemia because, or megaloblastic anemia because they lack vitamin B12 or intrinsic factor to help them absorb vitamin B12, we can instead give them the vitamin supplement instead of having to give them a unit of blood and expose them to antigens that are non-self possibly, and they possibly make an antibody. So it's nice that, blood isn't always the necessity if we know the pathophysiology of what the patient is going through. So the lab works together. Blood bank just doesn't work by themselves. Hematology doesn't work by themselves. We all talk to make sure that we're providing the best patient care possible.
I think it's really cool too, the fact that for Cellbo, we're helping to identify even things like sickle cell, and now we're even going to help get blood donations up and support our community and support those patients that we are helping to identify the sickle cell in. So
I
very
sure
cool.
hope so.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm hoping that we're going to continue this model as we move forward. So the first 3 years, we were doing individual play where students with perfect scores would be able to enter to win prizes. Now, instead, we're doing a scavenger hunt. So the first 3 weeks of the scavenger hunt, that is with Cellbo is going to include these blood drives. So there is the opportunity for blood drive companies to donate to their teams, but that's only for the first 3 weeks. Okay. And like we did in seasons previous, we're going to average the scores of the first set of weeks in order to move on to the playoffs. Okay.
Mm.
And then when we do that, when we hit week 4, we're going to have a different scavenger hunt. So they're not necessarily going to be all for the same kind of content or same area of the lab. So this is going to be really exciting. Whenever you watch any of these episodes, please wait till the end, because that's when we're going to give you your weekly mission if you choose to accept. And it's going to be,
Jinkies.
right?
Jinkies. A clue.
It's going to be as if you are going out into the community, stepping outside from behind the biohazard sign and getting to know people, spreading awareness about the lab and even what we do in the lab in fun ways. So whenever we're doing the scavenger hunt, you need to take photographic evidence, just like in other scavenger hunts, you need to collect something. Instead, we're absolutely going to collect those pictures. And that way, that's your evidence that you did what you did accomplish your mission for that week. And then you will be entered to win not this shirt, but medical lab ambassador shirt, because that's exactly what you're being. You're being an ambassador to the lab.
You have to be, yeah.
And then when you get out into the field as you become a certified MLT or MLS, you can be for the ASCP lab ambassador group that we're both in as well. So, you're starting now, you're getting used to getting out there and talking to people about the programs that are available and also what the lab does. And that's what we really need. That way people can advocate for themselves in their healthcare, but also to improve the numbers that are going into the lab.
Because you will be advocating for the lab and for visibility your entire career. So
That's right.
get you started now.
It starts with you.
That's right.
So that's what's going on. That's what's new. Trying to think of if there's anything else new. The other piece, the Scan Me over here, that is the submission to the scavenger hunt. That's what this whole magnifying glass is. So week 4 is going to be the playoffs. So all the regional teams will identify the top 3 teams of each region. And they're going to go into week 4, which is the first national part of the event, right? So that's the playoffs. Then the top 2 scoring programs of week 5 will be going into the Supercell Bowl or the Second Chance Showdown. So this is just the same as last year. We're just taking a week off. So we're doing the playoffs in week 4. So the top 3 of each region, there's the East and the West, are going to make it to the national event. Then from there, we're going to have the top 2 teams from each region going into the, I think I messed that up. Okay, let's try this again. The top 3 scoring teams for each region are going to go to week 4. So that's 6 teams. All right. Then the top 2 of each region, that's when we hit where it's just at the national level, and that's week 5. That's the semifinals. And then the last 2 teams, the top 2 teams from week 5 are going into week 6, which will be the Supercell Bowl and the Second Chance Showdown. So it's not technically only 2 teams going into the final week because we have 2 leagues. So that worked out really amazing last year. Didn't you think so, Aaron?
I really liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, we had some really great engagement, and students were continuing to play even if they didn't have a perfect score, and they were leading that whole group of non-perfect scorers, which I was involved in a lot until the very end.
At the very
Um,
end. Yeah, no, my team kept playing, the Baptist
yeah,
Team Dream Team. We kept playing the whole time.
it was great. It was so engaging, and so the Second Chance or junior varsity group are going to compete against each other too. So we don't have just the top 2 going through. We've got of each league. Okay, so there's a second layer there. So we'll have the perfect scoring side, which is the varsity league. And then we have the non-perfect scoring side, which is the JV league. And then our 2 final events are the Supercell Bowl and the Second Chance Showdown. But what we saw happen last year was pretty incredible because the Second Chance Showdown individuals, oh yeah, they were playing the loophole, right? They were getting non-perfect scores until they move into the time where it's going to, the final 3 weeks. And then they started getting perfect scores.
Yeah,
And
those scores started jumping.
yes, they pushed everybody down the leaderboard, and that was so smart. And so if your team is going to do that, there is no rule against it. So go for it. The only thing with that strategy is that you will not end up in the top 6. Okay. So you could end up in the top 10, but you won't end up in the top 6, just to make you aware.
It's
But
a gamble.
absolutely, it
Yeah.
is a gamble. It really is. So it depends on how you want to play the game. But there are so many opportunities to do a really great job. Now, um, I did hear from the Second Chance Showdown winners, the Shockers, last year. And they had a really great time doing their virtual television field trip,
Wait, I was jealous about that. I wanted to go on that.
right? I did
It
too.
was
They didn't
very
ask me
shocking.
long.
Yeah, no.
But we're offering that same opportunity. So the Super Cell Bowl winners are going to get all the previous packages they had before, and so will the Second Chance Showdown. I didn't get any pictures or videos or anything of that event where they ended up going to the field trip. And I did reach out to the program director at Wichita, and she said that she could try to get me some, but I haven't seen any yet. And if we do get those, I will put them up just to show you what happened. It sounds like it was
Okay.
amazing. They said they had a
Yeah,
really good time.
I wasn't sure if it was like a confidentiality thing with it's kind of like the cool Willy Wonka factory tour. Like you
They got the
only the
golden
people
ticket.
that get, yeah, only people that get to see it get to speak of it or something. I don't know.
It could be. It could be. So
Mhm.
we'll find out.
Very cool.
So that's what we've got here. Super Soul Bowl winners will get a live interview talking about their rise to fame. Um, and that'll be with myself, and they get the trophy. There's a package in here that just didn't come up. And they
Here it
each get,
comes.
there it is, thank you. They each get a certificate to show what a great job they did. They'll also be featured in the Critical Values magazine. And it is printed quarterly, but it's also online. So if you
Very
choose to
cool.
go see the previous winners in the past, feel free to click on criticalvalues.org, and that's from the ASCP website. Now, just to make you aware, they did change the website, so that link could absolutely be wrong. So if it is, Google it and put ASCP in there to make sure that you get to the right spot.
That she'll be published in a magazine.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really amazing. And this is the real trophy. So in the past, we've had well, I had this vision of what the trophy should look like. And we had different versions of it, but what ended up happening is this is what that final trophy looks like. So you've got a smear, you've got our 2 logos down there, and then who the champions are for that year. So this was last year's Super Cell Bowl winners. And that's what that trophy looks like. And it has a stand underneath of it.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey,
So our Second Chance Showdown winners get to go to Celevision on a virtual field trip, as we said. And
I'm I'm
I
gonna
think
be
it's
sneaking in there with like just mustache disguises and other glasses, and I'll
just wear
see
your
that
Soul Bowl
tour.
shirt and then they'll just let you in, right?
Yep. I wear my jersey with pride.
All right, so this is just a thank you slide to all of our sponsors
Okay.
and those who have supported Cell Bowl currently and in the past. Aaron Odegaard.
Oh, oh my gosh, I'd like to thank I mean, all the people that believed in me to get me
I
to this moment.
I haven't gotten rid of you yet, right? You keep coming back
I
because
keep on the field. Yes.
yes, I keep groveling to keep you and you keep saying yes. So thank you for returning.
Well, thank you. You're stuck with me forever.
That's great. I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
So then we've got a big thank you. My internet's unstable. Hold on. Okay. A big thank you to the faculty and program directors who make it all possible, that are on the field with their students every week and making sure that everybody's nimble and getting all the exercise they need to do the best job possible to identify those cells. So thank you all, and definitely thank you to the students who are participating. You know, you all are amazing. We're so excited to have this event for you and hope you get a lot out of it. Not just even education, but hopefully a lot of fun and now community connections.
Hey, it works well. We even had I brought a student with me to one of our freestanding emergency room labs, and they were some of the lab scientists in the freestanding emergency labs were so excited they were pulling out slides to show students to prepare them before
Oh,
competition. Yeah,
oh, so you all were already training.
we were training. Yeah, I
That's
fumbled the ball a little bit this week, but we'll be on track.
that happens when you get immersion oil on your fingers, you know?
It
Do a
is.
little slip there.
Ah.
All right, so here are our jerseys if you want to get on Team Odegaard or Team Gill.
Right there.
Oh,
Ah, couldn't see it.
no,
Too many cells going by.
that's right. I rigged it. All they saw was the field. They couldn't see your
Ah,
number.
they saw
Over
the
77.
healthy marrow. 22, 22.
77.
Got to get that diff out in 22 minutes.
Oh my goodness. All
77's
right.
past the turnaround time.
That is. All right. So we've got our competition stats for this year. This is an intimate competition this year. I'm so excited about it. We are still beating the NFL, by the way, in the number of teams, but I'm really excited to have a nice group where we are supporting each other, but giving a little ribbing too, because you know you got to do that when you're competing, all in good fun.
You gotta
Uh,
have fun.
so 36 teams, 26 states being represented. That's over half the United States. Yeah.
Woo.
And we've got 14 MLT teams. Ooh.
Hey,
Aaron, you're supporting
kettle.
those 20 MLS teams, aren't you?
Hey, I support both.
Oh,
I'm
you're
ha
those two
That's
teams
right.
that are
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
I'm one of those teams.
He
And
can't make
then
up his mind.
no, I love my MLTs. I
That's
tell
right.
them all the time in review my microbiology review sessions. I'm like, you guys have a leg up. You've done this before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got 26 teams from the East representing 18 states, and we've got 10 teams from the West representing 8 states. Okay. I was thinking that was the wrong number there, but I was thinking 36, but that's
No,
how many programs we got.
26 states total. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really neat. And I don't know. I mean, we've got some great turnout all the time, and I would love to see the West really win it this year. We seem to get Eastenders winning all the time. If you're a BritBox fan, you you might get that reference. But I would love to see some of those West teams get out there and maybe take it this year. That would be awesome. We're rooting for
It,
everybody. But let's get the West one this year.
it could happen. You never know. The
I would
Cell
love
Bowl,
that.
you never know.
You never know. Yes. All those blood drives make it happen, right? All right, so we've got all of these states being represented all around this pie chart. We've got this beautiful set, and we have some newbies too. So we'll get to that in
Oh,
just a
nice.
second. Yeah. Here's the states being represented from the West. I want to see you all take it. Let's take that trophy to the West this year. That'll be awesome. Wisconsin and Illinois are the two states out there that have a little bit more of a piece of the pie. So we might see some winning coming from there just from pure numbers. We don't know.
I know. Well, you can't count Nebraska out either. The last couple years, they've had some strong performances. So,
Yeah, they did. They did amazing. They found that loophole. They were getting there, right? Okay, so here is a huge welcome um
6 teams.
to the 6 new teams that have never played in Cell Bowl before. We are so excited to have you here. We've got one from the West and the rest are from the East, and I am so excited to welcome you all. Here you all are. And you're going to hear a lot from Ivy Tech Community College this year, or
Oh, okay.
this season, because they're already going nuts with the donor units, and so we'll see what happens there, but they're already killing it in the scavenger hunt. So you all need to get in there and get some more scavenger hunt missions happening.
Yeah, donate
um
that blood.
yeah, and then we've got a partner, or an articulated institution with my institution. We've got Stevenson University from Maryland, and just to give a little drop of some publicity here, they just started an online program this year, or this past year, I guess you could say. So all the great education that you could get from face to face is now available online. So if you are interested in another online MLT to MLS program, Stevenson could be the way for you to go.
Nice.
Yeah,
More
so
access. Yeah, more people can
absolutely. And I
actually.
think that's what was driving it. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no, you're good. That's why I love the some of the MLT to MLS bridge programs that are giving it courses online because it's providing access to more lab professionals that want to keep moving forward. So that's awesome that they've got that content. They're going to help people go from their MLT to MLS. So guys, keep going.
That's right. And you see a lot of this because you're in both worlds. You're supporting as adjunct faculty for UAMES, which has a MLT to MLS online program. And then you're also in the hospital supporting other Florida programs, right? And that's where you're getting all your teams from, right? So how does it feel
Yeah.
to compete against yourself with the students that you're teaching and the ones in clinical rotations? How does that feel?
I feel very conflicted, but if everyone's learning, then we're all succeeding.
That's right.
And
It's
I do have a cool story.
Oh, what's your story?
Okay. So I'm in clinical affiliates. I'm actually helping a student who's currently in our local MLT program, but his mom is actually working on her MLT to MLS degree through the University of Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then his plan is to continue on too in the same program.
Are they competing
So,
against each other right now in the Cell Bowl?
I'll have to ask. I'll see Omar on Monday. I'll have
Okay.
to ask him.
Well, UAMES didn't sign up this year, but the sign up is still open. So if they want
Right.
to jump in, because they've always been doing really, really well every year. Professor Bird, if you're out there, are you all coming back? That would be great. Little shout out to her there. She's always
Mhm.
been awesome, and supportive of the Cell Bowl too. Um, all right, so we've got Ivy Tech Community College coming in from Indiana. We have Stevenson University coming in from my state, Maryland. Woo! Then we've got Mercy University. I don't really know what that stands for. SHNS. I know it stands for something, but I'm sorry I didn't put it down. They're in New York. And so far, that's one MLT program and two MLS programs that we just said. Then we've got McLeod Health School of Medical Laboratory Science. They're in South Carolina, and I hope you all are doing all right after the hurricane. So our prayers and thoughts are with all of
Yeah.
the states affected, including, down in,
Yeah.
Florida where you are too. So take care, be safe. Sign up still open. If you didn't have a chance because you didn't have internet or something, I'm leaving it open. Come in and play with us, all the way through the third week. Even if you don't move on, that's fine. It's just about the fun. So just if you can, come and join us. We'd love to have you. We miss you. Then we've got West Virginia bringing it back, but with a new team this year. We've got the New River Community and Technical College in West Virginia coming in with an MLT program that hasn't been with us before. And then
Nice.
Marquette University out in Wisconsin. So they're one of the big number states that are coming into play, and they have an MLS program. So welcome.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks for joining us. And we might have more if anybody else signs up, so that's fine with me. So let's go ahead and
Are you ready?
are you ready to what?
Are you ready to sample?
It's gonna be a
I
blast.
am.
Let's hit that field.
A blast.
I like this because it's got the person in the stands playing the television app.
Is that you?
Maybe.
Shenanigans. I guess you're watching your team,
I'm
helping the
trying,
coach.
yeah,
you guys got
while
this.
I'm coaching, maybe. All right, so let's see how we all did this week. Oh my goodness, are you excited?
I just can't wait. I'm about to coach my team when I get there on Monday and be like, you guys need to get,
Get
okay,
different,
okay.
right?
I'm gonna calm down. Get different.
All right, so we've got the West and then we've got the East. So I want to point out, not all teams played this week, which is fine. I did not include them like I had on the screen before. I just included who played. So if you don't see your team on here, but you signed up and you didn't play in week 1, that's why you're not being represented on the board. I just didn't do that this year. Okay, so we've got, oh my goodness,
Hey, come on, coach.
magnify. There we go. All right. Aaron, do you want to take over for a minute? Let me calm down.
You're just too excited.
I am.
Okay, so for the West, in first place is Frontier Community College MLT program, 47. Very respectable.
47 seconds.
Moraine Park Technical College MLT program, 51. Our first MLS program in the West, Marquette University coming in at 52. University of Illinois Springfield, our second MLS program, 57. And we got at number 5, St. Luke's Hospital, Kansas City MLS program,
And I want
58.
to see that guy with the nice hats that we saw last year, the goatee man who was always doing some really great
Looking very
pictures.
cool.
I don't know if he graduated, but they did awesome last year. I don't remember if you all remember. They were all over the place. They were pushing everybody down as they were moving up. It was amazing.
They
Sorry, go
were, yeah,
ahead.
they were causing a full shift to the left.
They were.
Craziness. Yep. And then coming at number 6, Central Texas College MLT program at 63. Otero College at 7.
Otero, welcome back.
There you go, another MLT program.
Yeah.
And then finally 8, Houston Methodist Hospital Medical Laboratory Science program, 70. Rounding out our West.
Nice job, everybody. I love the
Very cool.
the spread there. You had a good smear going.
Yep.
All right, let's
We're
see if I
smudging things
can
up.
zoom out correctly. Geez, that was interesting.
Okay, lead us through, Coach. What's going on in the
Fine.
East?
Oh crap. Go the other way. Sorry. moving a little ahead of myself, not meaning to. All right, so in the East, we have our reigning champions from the last two seasons that are in the lead currently in the East with a score of 47 seconds. Oh my goodness,
Hey, that's
just
good.
just under Frontier Community College. Hey,
This this is a close game.
this is close. Holy cow. 1 second difference there. This is crazy. And then only a few seconds later, we've got Delaware Technical College, sorry, Delaware Technical Community College. And that's an MLT program. So check this out. We've got two MLT programs that are sandwiching our previous winners.
Yeah, they're
So
already in the
it
hunt.
is anybody's game. Oh my goodness, anybody's game. So every year we get the the live interview and all the secrets come out of how to win and what they did to win. And it looks like
I'm taking
all of,
notes. Keep going.
yeah, everybody's been taking notes and now those skills are being passed on and spread like a virus across the United
Hey,
States.
which is very important for
Yeah.
our patients. We're all learning.
Yeah. So it's an educational virus where you're doing awesome with identification.
Our education's infectious.
Yes, they are. So is the cell bowl. You just can't help loving it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're so proud of you all. I mean, keep up the great work.
Great scores
Everybody's
already.
doing amazing. This is awesome. Um, so then in New Jersey, we've got Mercer County Community College, another MLT. I'm loving the mixture here. Everybody is just coming in at the same level. It's so wonderful. They've got 50 seconds on the clock. And then we've got North Carolina having Western Piedmont Community College. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
MLT program, and they've got 51 seconds. I mean, this is crazy. It's week one, and we are hitting, you know, 50 seconds and below, or just around 50.
Yeah, we're already getting perfect
Wild.
scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just to remind everyone, if your game is lagging, make sure you have that updated version because there is a new version of the app and it's available for different kinds of devices, handheld devices like your cell phone and your tablets. So make sure that you're updating those for whatever, if it's Apple or Android. Make sure you've got the updated version. I didn't, and then I just uploaded it a few like days ago, I guess. All right. So then we've got DC has come back. Thank you so much, the George Washington University team. I'm so happy to see you back.
I'm happy to see him too.
Yeah, we have missed you. Welcome back. Looking really forward to seeing how you represent. I know that you're not Maryland, but I still feel like you are because we
You stole
surround
some
you,
pride there.
yeah. So absolutely, you're doing amazing. Keep up the great work and welcome back. So happy to see you again. And we've got another all-time favorite, AHN St. Vincent School of Medical Laboratory Science in Pennsylvania. Welcome back to you too. And they are trailing George Washington University from 53 down to 57 seconds. So only 4 second split there. This is so close already. I don't even know how to take another internet problem.
Each season it just gets crazier and crazier.
It does. And here we've got our newcomer, Ivy Tech. I told you you'd be seeing a lot of them. Ivy Tech is here already in number 7 slot of the East with 59 seconds.
Gotta watch out for the newcomers.
Seriously, for being new, they sure are showing off,
First round, yeah.
right? Oh my goodness. Do you want to take it from
Just
here,
round
Aaron?
this out. Okay, so not to be discounted, but in the number 8 slot, Michigan Technical University. MLS program 61, Guthrie Medical Lab Science program, and PA with their MLS program getting 62, tied in the ninth position, along with a couple other great programs like Columbus State Community College, their MLT program,
Mm-hmm.
and Bowling Green State University
Hold on
with
just a second.
62.
Bowling Green, I am so happy you are back. We missed you too. Oh my goodness. And I was getting on your program director. She, she's always
See,
so, outspoken online. I'm like, where have you been?
where's your team? We're used to
Right?
seeing you guys.
Right? We missed you so much. So welcome back.
I get to round out the top 10 and then Coach Gill gets to take over. Okay, so Eastern Michigan University, their MLS program was 63, tying with Andrew University MLS program
Who
with
are
a
new
score of
too.
63. See, more new people.
Yeah, first timers. Woo!
Okay, hey, then take us out, Coach Gill.
Okay, we're hitting Massachusetts with Bristol Community College with 64 seconds. Woo! Baptist South of Medical Laboratory, School of Medical Laboratory Science is back with us from Alabama, and they got 66 seconds. They are in 12th place in the East. And then, oh my goodness, in the famous number 13 spot,
Oh, so lucky.
what a lucky number. We've got Radford University from Virginia, and they are tied with my team, the College of Southern
Yeah.
Maryland. So MLS and MLT fighting across the state line. Oh my goodness. And keeping it together with 67 seconds. I don't know if we're going to be able to break away from them or not, but we're going to try,
Yeah,
right?
remember, a cell is a cell,
That's
so
right.
eh,
Or we
anything
could
could
just
happen.
climb up together if you want. I'm okay with that too. Yeah, let's climb the ladder. So really well done. And McLeod, uh, Health School of Medical Laboratory Science, another newbie from South Carolina, is right underneath of us, pushing us up or trying to pull us down. We don't know yet. They've got 68 seconds on the clock. And then New River, another newbie from West Virginia, their MLT program has a tie situation again with York College, a returning
Your
awesome
college.
team. Yeah. And this year, I don't know what happened. The sign up and the submission for the form didn't have all cap letters. I missed that. That was
I
your
like
college.
that was exciting to say. Your college.
So, if you want to do that again later, that's fine with me. I enjoyed it. But they are back in New York. They're coming and getting back on the field with us, and we're so happy to have you back and to tie out with our newbie in 15th place with a 69 second lead over the other people that didn't play, which I didn't list them. So again, if your team signed up but you're not here, that's okay. If you didn't play the first week, we're fine with that. And if you didn't sign up yet and you want to join, please feel free. You can get on the field with us and play. Even if you don't win, it's so much fun. So come
Yeah.
out and join us,
You'll see us there next week.
right?
We're gonna slow start, but we'll be there.
Yeah. So come dodge the cells with us and identify them as they're going by. We had Aaron running on the field before we started filming. It was awesome. Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
All right.
Oh,
So
tired.
we've got a touchdown.
What?
Woo! With UConn. They are leading
Okay.
us this week, but maybe
Oh,
not for long. We don't know because they're in that possible I don't
that
know.
heat, yeah. But
Yeah,
great
it's gonna
job,
be
UConn.
crazy.
Great job.
Yeah, and Frontier's coming after you, so better watch out. You all
Gotta
are
be
doing
ready.
amazing. Wonderful job. So a touchdown is the best time or best score for the week if you're joining us for the first time. And when we get to the end of the season, we look at the touchdowns that were scored by the leading teams and we talk about it. And so if you get a touchdown, it may send you, maybe, to the final events, the Supercell Bowl and the Second Chance Showdown. So we'll see how this continues to play out as we move through this year's season. So
Yeah, we'll have to see how
stay
the season
posted.
plays out. Yep.
All right. So here's our national standings. We've got the varsity over here, and we've got our touchdown winners for this week leading the pack, but not by very much. So it's anybody's game.
It
And
really
again,
is.
this
Wow.
is varsity, meaning perfect score times. Okay. So if you saw anything under 60 seconds, those were the perfect scores. Whenever we do this game, we have to put apples to apples, right? We have to compare like things. So if a team had a less than perfect score, meaning that they scored a 29 or below out of 30 cells, then they get a second added to their time, which is 60 seconds, because that's how long the game will allow you to do it. So they'll get a second added for each cell that they didn't get correct. And but if somebody donated a time, that could put them back in a perfect time. So this is going to be anybody's game. I'm really excited to see what happens.
Uh,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I
And
am too. And we're going to be helping patients at the same time.
right,
Very cool.
getting out into the community, talking about getting a diverse donor population and really taking care of everyone. I'm so excited about that. I'm very much love blood banking and I'm so excited to talk about it. However, one of the things that may be on your mind, the question that may have come up, is an exciting question that I would love to answer right
Mhm.
now. What happens if you happen to get donations from all these different places and they donate a second to your time and it goes to the point where you don't have a time anymore? What happens then?
Oh, I
Yeah,
hadn't
what
thought
happens
about
if
that.
you have a negative time? Like, what happens if you get so many donations and they give you a second from each one? Say you got, I don't know if it's possible, but say you got 60.
Hmm.
You could have even not played
Oh.
that week and still get an
Hmm.
amazing score. So all of you people, all of you teams out there who have not played, but yet you go out
Hmm.
to these donation centers and donation sites and they submit, just 1 second to you, but you have several of them, you could still get into a really good standing within the competition. The only thing that I'll say is that you can't get a negative time. You can't bank your times. Okay. It's going to be each week, and you're not going to, take some time off for the next week because you got a negative score. I'm not doing that. However, you can get out there, feet on the ground, get out there and get those donations. And
Yeah,
I mean, you might not even
you
have to
could
play. You could just
you could
spend
be
your
really
time out on the street.
strategic. You could be really strategic about this.
You could. There's so many things you could do. And either way, we're winners with that, right?
Exactly.
Because patients who need blood products are going to be winning. We'll get a great donor population out of it. You might get more people into MLT or MLS fields because of it. It's just everybody's a winner. It's a win-win situation on that
Yeah.
part. So,
And
uh,
the blood centers too, they need MLS MLTs as well. So they're gonna get potentially new people too.
absolutely. And we'll talk about why, right? Because
Hmm.
of the blood manufacturing piece. And even, oh my gosh, our reagents that we use in the blood bank are from donors. Okay. So you might not even donate blood to give to save a person's life. You might be saving billions of people's lives because you're a reagent, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
so.
That's
if
cool.
you give a unit, and I have a slide for this, but whatever. If you give a unit of whole blood,
She's
you could,
excited, folks. She's excited.
I'm so excited. You
Just
could be
can't hide it.
saving up to three people's lives, right? But if you become a reagent, we use you to test the units that we're going to possibly be using with a patient. So you might make it so that like all these people all over the United States, even outside of your community, could be positively affected. You could be saving them from getting a bad unit, or you could be saving them by giving them the right unit. You know, both of those scenarios work simultaneously, but that's really exciting. So honestly, I could be a reagent. I'm O positive. I'm one of the, yeah, the universal donors. I could save everybody. What about you, Aaron? What are you? Do you know?
I am B negative.
What? You're one
Yes,
of the most rare types.
I know. That's why I'm your co-host.
Yeah, but I'd prefer that you would be positive.
I try to be positive. My sisters be positive.
Oh, there you go. Got to get
Sometimes
her
I be
on here.
negative. Yeah,
Always be positive, Aaron. Come on.
I'll try. I'll try
That's my
harder.
favorite blood banking joke. I say it all the time in class. They're like, oh, ha, ha. All right. Okay, so where were we? Frontier
Varsity.
Frontier sneaking up on University of Connecticut with that 1 second. Aaron, tell us about Delaware.
There's just so much to say. They're in third place. They're hanging on. It's between first and third, there's only 3 seconds. That's one finger. If you got to stretch your fingers out, make sure you stretch them out. That could be the deciding factor, folks. But Delaware Technical Community College MLT program, third place across the nation. Very exciting. Mercer Community College MLT program. You guys are still hanging in there four. And then we got some ties for fifth, sixth. It's hanging out just there with Marquette University. And we cannot forget George Washington University for coming back. Seven. We got some ties in eighth place. University of Illinois, Springfield. And then St. Vincent's MLS School, 57. And then we've got St. Luke's Hospital, Kansas City, at 58. And rounding out the top 10, our newbie, Ivy Tech Community College, MLT program, 59. And this is just week one, folks. So
Yeah,
this changes constantly, as you've seen from season to season. So if you're in 10th, you could easily jump up to number one. So just
that's
gotta
like
keep going.
literally you're in the top 10. You've been on the shirt. You know, you're at the top of the shirt.
Ah, you brought the shirt.
I did bring the
My
shirt
team
up.
will be on the shirt one day.
I would love to be on the shirt too. The shirt is the top 25 teams. So we did I did change things up a little bit last year. We even have the banners that if you're in the top 25, you get on the banner. You can have banners around your classroom, your lab. It'd be amazing. I would love to be on the banner too.
Hey, our MVP from our Cell Bowl team got a special award at the pinning ceremony too. Yeah, she was
Oh, that's
acknowledged in front
awesome.
of the histology and the physical therapy school that we do pinning with. So Raquel got
Ooh,
up there and had her plaque for being MVP of our Cell Bowl team.
nice. Very,
Yeah.
very nice. Now come to think of it, our leading team member last year, she won the MLT, well, not won, she earned the outstanding MLT graduate award, and that was amazing. She got a beautiful plaque too. And we do our white coat ceremony and stuff, and so she was noticed within that event as well. All right. So again, this is not East and West. This is everybody mixed together. We're centrifuging down to the non-perfect scorers right now.
Whoa.
You don't centrifuge in hematology, but you do in blood banking and chemistry. Really anywhere else but hematology, you're centrifuging down. So we are We are at the bottom of the centrifuge right now with the JV teams. All right, leading the non-perfect scorers, or if we want to call
Man,
it the second
yeah,
chance
you're getting a little
perspective
heavy,
teams.
getting a little heavy there, Tiffany.
I am.
Yep, centrifuge, bottom of the tube. Yeah.
All those G's, G force.
hmm
Woo.
Woo. All the G's. Go ahead.
We've got an 11th place nationally, which you're still on the shirt, people. You're in the JV league, but you're still on the shirt. So Michigan Technical University leading the non-perfect scorers on the shirt with 61 seconds. Pennsylvania's got three MRPH Medical Laboratory Science program is tied with a couple other teams. We've got PA, Tennessee, and back from Ohio, we've got the amazing Bowling Ohioans.
There you go. Bowling away at the competition.
I love you guys. I missed you so much. Welcome back. But all of them have 62 seconds. So Guthrie, Columbia State Community College, and Bowling Green State University all have 62 seconds. And then Michigan, Texas, and Michigan again. So Eastern Michigan University, Central Texas College, and our newbies, but awesome ones too, Andrews University have come in and tied with 63 seconds. Then we've got Bristol all alone in 14th place nationally. You're still on the shirt.
You're still on the
All of these
shirt.
people are still on the shirt. I'm
That's
not
so
sure we
cool.
make it past the shirt on here because we've got so many ties. There's a lot of ties on here. So 63 seconds. Bristol's got 64 seconds. They're from Massachusetts. And Otera and so Colorado and Alabama, you never thought you'd put them together, but here they are in 15th place
I
with
did not.
66 seconds. No, yeah, they don't meet up, you know. You look at the map. So that's Otero and Baptist South that have 66. Then we've got our favorite duo from Maryland and
Okay,
Virginia,
okay.
the loving next door neighbors states. You know, we are always together.
Yep.
Radford University and College of Southern Maryland, we're hanging in with 67.
A
Yeah,
historical Cell Bowl team.
right? Right.
Yep.
So we are making the shirt right now. We'll
They,
see if we continue. Yeah,
yes, they had the original Gil Lombardi hematology trophy
right.
for Cell Bowl.
Never came to be, but it's okay.
The home of Cell Bowl.
Right. Then that's ground zero. The College of Southern Maryland is ground zero for the Cell Bowl because we had it as an internal program competition first. And then I was like, hey, everybody, this is really fun. The students really enjoy it. We give out extra credit. You want to play? And everybody's
It,
like,
it,
yeah,
it's just too big to stay in the marrow. It just had to
right?
proliferate out.
That's right. Like platelets, just one little team coming out at a time. We're joining everybody in the peripheral blood, one by one. So everybody made the shirt. Everybody that played made the shirt. Look at that. So 17th place, we've got South Carolina newbies there, McLeod Health School of Medical Laboratory Science. Welcome and way to go with 68 seconds. And then another newbie in West Virginia, New River Community and Technical College. I go out to the New River area all the time. Beautiful place over there, and they just got national park status a couple years ago, a few years ago
Nice.
now, I guess. I don't know. COVID time makes time fly. I can't even remember when things
It's a
are
blur.
anymore.
It really is a blur.
Do you want to finish out the 18th tie and 19th place?
Sure. You talked about, yeah, New River Community College and Technical College, their MLT program tied for 18 with your college MLS program at 69, and then rounding out at number 19, Houston Methodist Hospital Medical Laboratory Science program at 70. You guys have an awesome program, and you've got a amazing uh, clinical chemist out there, Dr. Roger Berthoff. He's very cool, but he's out there too. And we
Mhm.
are, yeah, having a crazy week one.
Yeah, everybody made the shirt in week one.
Hmm,
Maybe this will last. We don't know.
it
All
might,
these, well, all the ties, you know?
yeah. I mean, everyone's doing so well. That's the great
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Everybody's got a buddy.
It's good to have a buddy in the lab. You got to have somebody to talk to
That's right. And somebody to cover your bench when you go to the bathroom.
and go to break
Yes. Don't forget
and
to
have
eat and drink
lunch.
water. Okay. Woo! Lots of great um
It's already
fireworks for
explosive.
all of you. Can you imagine having fireworks in our stadium?
Hmm.
I don't know
I
if I can make that
can't,
happen.
but I'm sure something might happen.
Yeah. All
You
right.
are resourceful.
I'll try. Yay.
Woo! Round of applause, guys.
Right. Round of applause. Might set the stadium on fire, but I'll try it. All right. So week one, as we were saying, I told you you were going to hear so much about Ivy Tech this week, and this is what's happening. So this is our scavenger hunt winner. I don't know her name yet. She didn't sign up in the thing, but I have reached out to her program director. So she is the shirt winner. She is our first medical lab ambassador in this season of Cell Bowl. So congratulations. She went to the Versiti donation center for the first week. It was actually October 1. She did it immediately,
Oh,
right?
wow.
They had their first donor event, and they're like, "Hey, we're already doing this. Will it count?" And I said, "Absolutely." So if you haven't heard of Versiti before, they have an amazing reach within the United States too, and they have all different sorts of services that they do. So they make the blood products as well. So just like the Red Cross does blood manufacturing also, so does Versiti. And they also have a research institute, but I thought this was really cool. Guess what they're doing right now? We're doing Cell Bowl, and it's overlapping with the big campaign.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, Abbott is teaming up with Versiti, and it's a football situation too.
See?
Oh my gosh.
Great minds think alike for a
Right?
good cause.
So you can help fight the biggest blood shortages in a generation by joining Abbott and the Big Ten in the largest blood donation competition in our lifetime. But it will also help out your local Cell Bowl team. So make sure that you're handing out that QR code and that they go ahead and sign you up for a donation of seconds. I just had to put that plug in.
No, you're good.
uh,
Here, I
it's
gotta
all
run down the
about
field.
football and blood.
I'm running down the field. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
All right. So, we've got the need for more heroes just like you. So if you are part of a Cell Bowl team, that should not stop you from giving blood too. You absolutely can be a donor as well and be a life-saving individual. If you do go to the Red Cross, they do have an app. And the greatest thing about the app is that it shows you when you have saved a life. So the last time that I gave blood, it came up on my app and it says your unit is being used right now in Baltimore City.
That's
And
really cool.
it was amazing. Yeah. So if you can, there are different ways to donate. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. There's different ways to donate. The most common is to have a whole blood unit. And if you see, this is a whole blood unit, and when it gets donated, there are bags that are attached. You can see them on the back here. That's what the that's what the rubber band is around it for, because there are bags attached with all this tubing over here. So when the blood is separated into the different kind of blood product units, then they can just go into this bag that's already attached. That way, there's no opening of the system. It's a closed system, which
Sterile, yeah.
means reduction of infection. So you will not be infecting someone with your skin bacteria or bacteria from when somebody's testing, because we keep it as a closed system. All right. So this tubing right here, you'll see a part that's bent right here and a part that's bent up here. Those are sealed pieces of the plastic tubing, and we use those in the blood bank to test the blood and not have to open the unit, to keep the unit sterile and safe, and to also therefore keep the patient, the recipient, safe. And once you're done donating blood, they also collect your blood in tubes to be tested in the lab to make sure that we have all the appropriate information being labeled on the unit. So we'll do your blood type. This is depending on, if you are having a donor center in your hospital, or if it's at a blood manufacturing company, they'll do the testing. So they also test for infectious disease, viruses, and all this other stuff that you end up getting asked about when you do your donor survey. They ask you all these questions to make sure you're eligible to donate safely. One of those, a couple of those questions, actually, I want to make sure you're aware of, are for the donor safety also. So if they're asking how you're feeling and they take your temperature, it's to make sure that it is safe to collect blood from you and that you won't get more sick if you're already sick. Okay, so if you have a cold or you have the flu or you just had food poisoning, do not donate blood. We
Yes,
care
no,
about
don't.
you too, right? We have to keep the donor safe also. So don't donate if you don't feel well. But if you do feel well and it's within the time that you can donate, absolutely feel free to go out and help us out. And then watch when somebody uses your unit. You save a life, save three.
That's
Um,
really cool. I didn't know you
yeah.
could.
I don't know how you sign up. I guess you would have to talk to a manufacturing company. I don't know how you sign up to be a donor for reagents.
Yeah, I'd have to ask. We use Life South, and I don't. I have a friend that works for One Blood, so I'll have to ask her. Either of them that might know.
That'd be great. Thanks. All right. So this is what happens. I told you I would talk about it. I'm so excited.
But you can't hide it.
I can't hide it, right? So from the blood center all the way to transfusion therapy, there's a lot that happens to the blood. This is the journey that it takes. All right. So we've got donor selection. That's the survey. They ask you all these questions. Some of them are pretty intimate questions, but it's to make sure that the blood hopefully will be safe. They have been changing the donor selection questions in recent history. So if you gave years and years and years ago, and maybe were discounted for some reason, you could probably come back and be okay to donate today. We do make sure, again, that it's safe for the donor to be able to provide a unit. So if you're sick, you cannot donate, and that would cause adverse effects to you, because blood, like we said, is life-saving. Your life should not have a detriment effect from trying to help somebody else. You have to take care of you first before you can help anyone else.
Yeah.
It's like on an airplane flight,
You put
right?
the mask on first. Exactly.
Right. So there are different types of units that you can provide to someone. There's whole blood, but there's also apheresis. So if you are of the appropriate criteria, you can donate just certain types of units. You can do platelets, you can do packed red cells. As with regular whole blood donations, you have to be of a certain weight in order to be able to do that as well. So if you're interested, you can always look up the donor screening questions and criteria. And some people actually donate platelets for therapy or red cells for therapy to make themselves better. So I had a friend who was one of my previous teachers who she goes and donates platelets all the time because she produces too many. And to
Oh,
keep
nice.
her safe and healthy, she donates as therapy for herself, but it also saves other people. So I think that's so amazing. Um, when you go and you talk about coagulation, disorders and the different types of, I mean, we have already in previous seasons. You can go back and take a look at them as to when would you do that kind of apheresis therapy. But for red cells too, that's not a very common thing that you overproduce red cells, but it does happen. Then we've got the blood travels, so including the tubes that are tested or that are collected here after donation. So we've got hemoglobin and hematocrit and looking, maybe at your smear if something looks weird. From your EDTA tubes, they also are used in blood banking to identify your blood type, antigens that are on your red cell and any type of antibody that may be pertinent for whatever unit is being manufactured. We've got the white there now because of COVID. Okay, so they're doing PCR to figure out if you have COVID or, there's also the opportunity for people having used convalescent plasma. That was really big when we were in that pandemic.
Kind of height of COVID, yeah.
Yeah. So people were helping others by giving them their antibodies, which was really neat. So then we've got the manufacturing center. This could be the same company that you donated through. So it could be the Red Cross. It could have been Versiti. It could be the ones that Aaron was talking about. And at that location, that's when they're putting that bag with all the other, so the donated whole blood with the attached bags, they put that rubber band around them and they put them in the biggest centrifuge you've ever seen outside of NASA. And
Sure.
yeah, they put all the units in there, they centrifuge them down, and the cells go down to the bottom and the plasma goes up to the top. The liquid portion goes up to the top, and they put them in this, not, it's almost like a panini press, except it's standing straight up, and they press, wait a minute, look at my hands. Okay. They press the liquid out through the straw, the tubing that goes to the connected bag, and then they seal it off, and that's your plasma. And then they do it again, and you got your platelets and your cryo, and
It's
then
so cool how they do that.
yeah, and then you have your red cells left over. It's amazing. So that's what we've got here. There's separation through centrifugation. And there's also testing being done to make sure that the labels are correct. And these are the different kinds of units that can be made from one whole blood unit. And whole blood might stay as whole blood because we do provide those units to individuals as well in a situation where they are there's a massive bleed type of situation. In a massive bleed, the physician is going to be ordering the different types of units that would make up whole blood. So it's better to, okay,
Yeah, we've got a what do we
pathologists,
call an MTP protocol, massive transfusion protocol.
right? And not everybody feels this way. So I don't want to see in the chat below where everybody's calling me out. Watch the blood bank guy, and Chris Tormey and all of them. If you want to talk about, whether people agree with it or not, go talk with them about the protocol, and
Let's
whether they
start these
agree or they don't.
conversations. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's O low titer whole blood, meaning low titer being the antibodies for anti-A and anti-B. They would be giving those to someone. So I could be not Aaron. Aaron, sorry, you can't be a whole blood donor. Um,
Oh,
but I could give whole blood and somebody might get my whole blood, but it's better to, in my opinion, it's better to give someone a unit from one person than to give different units from multiple people so you don't expose them to antigens that more antigens than possible that may be non-self, because then they make antibodies and the ability to give them donations gets smaller and smaller each time that they make an antibody to a non-self. That's why it's very important to have a diverse donor population, and that's genetics. Okay, that's all about genetics. So we could talk about that another time if you'd like.
another episode. Yeah.
Yeah, another episode. It's getting long.
Yeah,
So,
there's always lab science to be talked about.
right,
So
it's a teaching opportunity and I love to teach and you do too. So that's why we have so much fun on here.
exactly.
So they test the blood products, like I said, to make sure that the unit label is correct and safe. And then it sits. So it's either in the freezer or it's in the refrigerator. And a hospital blood bank is like, hey, I need a unit with these specific things. Can you send it to me? And then they get it gets sent to them, and they have to test it as well, the blood type, just to make sure that's correct on the label. And then we'll do compatibility testing to make sure it's safe for the recipient. So we get a blood sample from the recipient and test it, and then test it against the unit from one of those little pieces of tubes. They're called segments. If you want to see the testing, you can always look at the blood banking playlist of my of this channel, and
Yep.
you can see how this is done.
You've got
But
some great content there.
thank you. We screen for antibodies, identify them if they're there, and then we hand over the unit to the floor where the transfusion is going to be conducted. And there's a lot of, double checks to make sure it's correct. And before the unit gets hung on the floor, whether it's a critical care unit, the ER, the OR, wherever it may be, there's double checks that happen there as well. So it gets infused. And if there are adverse transfusion reactions that are noticed, obviously the transfusion is stopped. And then the floor and the lab work together to identify what was the causing issue. Was a double check missed somewhere? Was the unit the one that was actually tested for that patient, or did we accidentally hand out the wrong one? There's so much that goes into that, and it's everybody on deck when that happens. And that's our investigation. Usually in class, I would say, any questions?
Yes.
Aaron, did you want to add anything?
No, I feel like you covered it really well. Yeah, there are cases, all these pieces have to go just right. We are in need of blood, so teams, please donate and be a part of not only the competition, but also help shaping your community. And then go back if you ever are wondering about blood donation to transfusion. Come back and watch this part of the of week one coverage, because Coach Gill gives a great summation of kind of what happens when you donate blood.
Thanks. And when you are going to take your ASCP Board of Certification exam, you need to know all of this.
Yes, you do.
Yes, from donation all the way through to transfusion and after, you need to know all of that. So please make sure you're covering all pieces. And when you go out for your scavenger hunt for these 3 weeks, ask them questions about this stuff because you're supposed to know it. You need to get out there and see it for maybe you even to remember because most of us are visual learners in the lab. So if you get out there and experience it at a blood donation site, even if they don't donate seconds to you, it helps you on your board of certification exam.
And they'll be excited
They will.
to hear you asking about what they do every day and to teach you. So be brave, ask questions, and you'll never know where you'll end up.
And
And what
you
you
probably even take it for granted what you already know. They'll ask you questions too, and you'll be like, oh, let me tell you,
I learned that in class. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So it's selfie time.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah. We again have Ivy Tech. They're so popular this week. So we've got Ivy Tech Community College in Indiana. Welcome, welcome again. We've got Frontier, which is really giving UConn a run for their money out in Illinois. So well done and welcome back. And no, actually they're new, I think. Yeah, they're new. And then we've got Michigan Tech from Michigan. And they I love this. They have their own here background and they are so excited. They're Huskies too, by the way.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
yeah, I believe that is their team. I honestly didn't look it up, but she has Huskies there. So they could be a new winning Husky instead of the Huskies in Connecticut.
They could race to
Wouldn't that
the
be
front of the
funny?
pack. Yeah.
Yeah. That did you just say something about a pack?
Yeah, they could race to the front of the pack.
That's funny.
Hmm.
It's like strengthen the pack with
Yeah.
great will. Um,
Not my best work, but
So if you are excited about how you're doing and you want more donations and you want support from your community, please make sure you share using hashtag CellBowl2024 and tag me, tag Aaron, and we will run with it and spread it all over the place to help you out. So yeah, we'll grab the ball and keep on moving. And that should be it. So how was this week, Aaron? How did this new season start for you? Who do you think's gonna win? What do you think's gonna happen? I have no idea, so I'm relying on you.
I have no idea what's gonna happen. We're gonna get my team together and we're gonna get on the leaderboard. So yeah, if you are late to the game,
That's okay.
sign up.
Yeah,
We're all here to learn, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen week 2. So
me too.
you
Right
just
now,
never
I'm
know.
happy just to be on the shirt.
Hey, 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 we'll
I
make the
am
shirt maybe.
so excited. All right. Well done, everybody. Welcome back and welcome to those new teams, those 6 new teams. We are so happy to have you
Yeah,
back
welcome.
and happy to have the newbies. And please keep on doing an amazing job out there. And we look forward to seeing you on the field some more.
All right, week 2. Come on. Bye,
Yeah, let's
guys.
go week 2. Well done, everyone.